I love cats. I love every kind of cat in Calico.
Hey guys, and thanks for joining us here at Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows.
And I'm Sara Meadows, and today we're previewing the game Calico from Flatout Games. It's from designer Kevin Russ and artwork by Beth Sobel.
It's a 1 to 4 player tile placement game that takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. We were given a prototype copy of the game, so let's check out how it's played.
To set up the game, select the cat scoring tiles and randomly place a black and white pattern tile in each slot.
Give each player a quilt board and the scoring tiles selected for the game. Deal each player 2 tiles and then reveal 3 from the pile, and you're ready to begin.
On their turn, players will place one of their 2 tiles anywhere on the board.
If there are 3 tiles of the same color touching, they may place a matching button.
If they create a specific shape using one of the patterns for a cat, the cute cuddly cat will come and snooze on that patch.
Players also attempt to fulfill the requirements on the goal tiles, such as having 3 different patterns or colors.
If they happen to use both the patterns and the colors, the second amount of points are awarded as well.
At the end of their turn, they will draw 1 face-up tile, and then it's the next player's turn.
Play continues until every player has completed their quilt. Points are tallied for goals, buttons, and cats, and the player with the most points wins.
I'm not really a huge cat person myself, but the gameplay in Calico is pretty fantastic. Really cool puzzle solving going on as you're trying to build those patterns and not open up as many opportunities as you can for scoring. So you're trying to be really careful not to lock yourself in where any individual tile gets placed at.
There are lots of different ways to score points. You can score points by doing the same color with the buttons, the same pattern for the cats, and then there are several different tiles that you can use to score those end game scoring points, making sure that you have the right patterns and color combinations for each of those scoring tiles on your board.
Now we're obviously looking at a prototype version of the game, but the cardboard that was even just in our prototype was very sturdy and really great, and I think you're going to get really solid components in the game in the final version. The artwork for it is really nice, just has a really nice aesthetic to it. It feels really good on the table. It has a really nice table presence. It's not huge, but the colors and all the patterns combined really create a nice feeling as you're playing the game.
They did include a few extra things like making sure that this is playable for colorblind people. All of the tiles have an extra little symbol on them so that you can keep track of which colors are which if you have any problems with that.
I think you're going to get a lot of replayability out of the game because and it's crazy that it's just those 3 little tiles that go on the board that really will determine how pieces come together, where things overlap with each other, and the swap out of just those 3 tiles gives you a really different goal set every single time you play the game.
There are also several different cats that come in the game, and they have different point values, so you can make it a little bit easier for newer players or if you're just learning the game, or you can make it more advanced by placing some more difficult patterns to build with the cats.
The interesting thing that I've seen in the game as we've played it is that Sara does a really good job kind of always trying to harmonize everything together and trying to achieve multiple goals at the same time. When we've played it with our kids, they'll get kind of tunnel focused on one thing and they'll just try to get as many of those cats out on the board or as many buttons or whatever they can do. And I think her strategy has always kind of succeeded, but you can play competitively and not have to be super deep into looking at everything. So it is very easy to just kind of be able to do one thing and feel successful with it, which is cool.
Yeah, there are a couple of variants. There's a family variant, which makes it a little easier for kids like we just described. And then there's also a solo variant, so you can play by yourself. One thing we didn't mention in the instructions is that there is a bonus button. So if you're able to get all the different colors of the 6 different buttons, then you can gain a 7th to your board, which is an additional 3 points.
If Calico sounds like something you might be interested in, if you enjoy puzzle tile placement games, if you like casual but really thinky things, then definitely check out their Kickstarter. And as always, thanks so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, and following along here at Tandem.
I love cats.